Have you ever wondered why the exact same car, same engine, same model, same everything, recommends 0W-20 oil in the US, but 5W-30 or even 10W-30 in Europe or Asia? It sounds like a minor detail, right? But this single difference could mean thousands of dollars in engine wear or repair costs, depending on where you drive and what oil you pour in. Some mechanics claim it's all about fuel economy regulations. Others insist it's climate, oil chemistry, or engine design. But here's the truth. It's actually a mix of engineering compromises, corporate strategy, and emissions policy. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this oil change exists, and whether using 0W-20 in your car is protecting your engine or silently killing it. So let's break it down like a real mechanic would, not a marketing brochure. Section 1. The confusing reality, same engine, different oil grades. Let's start with a shocking example. Take the Toyota Camry 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. In the US, the owner's manual says, use 0W-20 full synthetic only. But in Australia, Japan, or Europe, the same 2ARFE engine recommends 5W-30 or even 10W-30. Or look at Honda's 1.5-liter turbo, Sa Timbabu A. US spec 0W-20, UK spec 5W-30, same turbo, same bearings, same cooling system. So why the difference? Is it the weather, the roads, or something more subtle, something political? Well, let's start with the easy answer. It's not just about climate. If that were true, Florida and Finland would have two completely different recommendations. But they don't. The real reason has more to do with emissions laws, government fuel economy tests, and corporate marketing tactics than it does with engine wear or mechanical limits. Section 2. The corporate truth. CAFE and fuel economy pressure. Here's what most car owners never hear. In the US, automakers must meet strict CAFE, corporate average fuel economy standards. Laws that require every manufacturer's fleet to hit certain MPG targets. If they don't, they face massive fines, millions of dollars per tenth of an MPG shortfall. So how do they squeeze out that last drop of efficiency? By reducing internal friction. Thinner oils, like 0W-20, reduce resistance in the engine. That means better fuel economy on paper. When a manufacturer submits a car for EPA testing, using 0W-20 can improve measured fuel economy by 0.5 to 1.0 miles per gallon. That's enough to meet regulations and avoid penalties. But here's the catch. Thinner oil means thinner protection. At high temperatures or under heavy load, it can shear down faster than 5W-30, leaving your bearings and piston rings more vulnerable over time. This is why Japanese domestic market JDM or European versions of the same engines still use 5W-30 or 5W-40. They're tuned for durability, not mileage targets. As one retired Toyota engineer told Automotive News, the oil choice is not always about engineering. Sometimes it's about paperwork. Section 3. Viscosity. Explained what 0W-20 and 5W-30 really mean. Before we go deeper, let's clear up a common misunderstanding. When you see 0W-20, the 0W refers to how the oil flows in winter. W equals winter. The lower the number, the better it flows when cold. That's good for startup protection in freezing climates. The 20 refers to its viscosity at operating temperature, how thick it stays when hot. Now compare that to 5W-30. It's slightly thicker at startup, but 50% more viscous at high temperature. That means stronger oil film under heat and pressure, the kind of protection you want on long highway drives, towing, or high-speed operation. Here's the key difference. 0W-20 prioritizes cold start protection and fuel economy. 5W-30 prioritizes high-temp protection and longevity. So when the same engine uses different oils in different countries, it's usually because the priorities have changed. Regulation versus reliability. Section 4. Engine tolerances. Why some engines can handle thinner oils. Now there's another layer here. Engineering tolerances. Modern engines, especially Japanese and American ones, are built with extremely tight clearances. The bearings, pistons, and valve train components are designed to run on thinner oil. This allows them to warm up faster, reduce drag, and pass emissions tests more easily. In contrast, older engines, or those designed for high-performance applications, are built with larger tolerances to handle higher loads, which makes 5W-30 or 5W-40 a better match. But here's the nuance most people miss. Even in modern engines, clearances change with age. As your engine wears, the microscopic gaps widen. That means a 10-year-old car that used to be perfect on 0W-20 might actually perform better and last longer on 5W-30. That's why many experienced mechanics recommend stepping up one grade as your engine ages, especially past 100,000 miles. Mechanic quote from Bob is the oil guy for him. Engines aren't static. They grow. They wear. Oil choice should grow with them. Section 5. The heat factor. America's problem isn't winter, it's summer. Another myth. People think 0W-20 is only used because America is cold. Wrong. Most of the US experiences hotter average summer temps than Japan or Germany. In Arizona, Texas, or Florida, oil temperatures can exceed 240 degrees Fahrenheit, 115 degrees Celsius in traffic. That's where thin oils like 0W-20 start to struggle. Independent lab tests from Project Farm and Blackstone Laboratories have shown that many 0W-20 oils lose 10 to 15% of their viscosity after 5,000 to 7,000 miles in high heat. Meanwhile, 5W-30 seconds stay stable much longer. This doesn't mean 0W-20 is bad. It just means it's more sensitive to environment and driving style. If you live in a hot region, drive long distances, tow, or use your car aggressively. A slightly thicker oil will almost always offer better long-term protection. This is exactly why Toyota, Nissan, and Mazda all quietly recommend 5W-30 for the same engines in markets like Australia, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Regions where fuel economy standards are looser, and heat is the real enemy. Section 6.